Hey everyone, this is Andy. I hope you're all doing well and staying sane, of course. I've put together a little tutorial on Zoom to just give you a little basic information for it. And hopefully this is nice and quick and will get you as a Zoom frequent user as soon as possible. So I'm going to share my screen and you're going to see some slides I put together. All right, so first and foremost, you probably saw the end already, but that's okay. All right, first and foremost, just a reminder that the meeting ID changes for every meeting. So make sure that you are using the latest meeting information before you join. If you're just calling in from a phone, be sure that Elizabeth or whoever is hosting the meeting knows the number you're calling from so that you can be admitted into the meeting. If you're using a smart device or your computer, you can change your name, but as a phone number, it just calls in as your number. And then for this presentation, I did use a PC, an iPad, and an iPhone. So hopefully you can see various differences, but also similarities and identify those that work specifically for your computer. All right, so the one rule that I always have is do not be afraid to explore, experiment, click on anything, click on everything, see what it does. If you don't like what it did, you just go back and change what you did. Just keep clicking, you'll find something. So don't be timid or shy. And again, if you don't like what you just did, just repeat those steps that you did to undo it. Think of it as like a choose your own adventure book. So, you get through the book and then you're like, well, I didn't like it that way. So you go back and you read it and try something different. That's all that this is just choosing your own adventure and how you like to have things laid out and how things will work best for you. And just a reminder that there's nothing, you can't do anything wrong. Even if you leave the meeting, you can come back. So there's no problems with that. The only way that you can break something or cause any harm is if you intentionally pick up your device and throw it across the room. So my advice is don't do that. No matter how frustrated you get with technology, we'll make it work. I'm here to help you. All right, so if you do not have a computer or a smart device, that's perfectly okay. You can join the meeting from your home phone or your cell phone. Just go through into the weekly email and you're going to find a portion of the email that says dial by your location with a relatively local phone number. Usually it's going to be San Jose. And below that, there will be meeting ID and password. Just pick up your phone and dial the number. And then once it's connected, it's going to ask you for the meeting ID. You include this 1, 2, 3, 13, 11 digit number here. And then it's going to ask you for the password. So you'll do the password as well. So you do need to have a touch tone phone, not a rotary phone. Rotary does not work with technology these days. So just make sure that you're using a keypad phone, not a rotary phone. All right, if you are going to join us via video participation or internet, keep listening. So the one requirement you need is that you need internet access, either via an internet service provider or your cell phone. Again, it depends on your data plan. Make sure that you're not using too much data or going over being a part of these meetings, or make sure you get a bigger account. Check with your internet service provider on that. So using a personal computer, laptop, or smart device, which is a phone or a tablet, you will also need a microphone, speakers, and a camera, or what's also used to be called a webcam. So most modern units, if you've bought something within the last 5 years, probably has an integrated peripheral device. So you've got a camera, either that or you have a front and a back camera, there's a microphone included, and you have integrated speakers. You can upgrade any one of these items and install into your computer if you need to or want to, but you really just need the bare minimums for these. If your computer does not have them, you can buy the most basic, just make sure it connects to your computer. Most computers have what's called a universal cable, and I don't have one handy, so I can't show it to you, but a USB connector, USB. And when you have ever in doubt, give me a call and I'll help you through purchasing something. To join the meeting via Zoom using your computer, smartphone, or tablet, please make sure if you're using an app-based program like a tablet or a smartphone, you will have an app that you need to download. You'll just go to your app store and download it for free. It is free to participate in a Zoom meeting. And once you've downloaded it, you can create your own account, and you don't have to download it. You can use the browser, but it's easier if you have it integrated into your phone or device. Once you've downloaded it, create an account so that you can customize your username, and you won't have to continuously use your information to log in. And then, or if you do not have the app or are not app capable, you'll just continue to go into the meeting and find the website that is join the Zoom meeting and click on that hyperlink. All right, and when you first join in, this is from my iPhone view, you will enter the meeting ID as necessary. And then under that, where it currently says iPhone, this is where you can customize your name, whether it's the family name, whatever you'd like. It's what name displays on the Zoom meetings under your little tile. And then after you click join, you'll be asked for the passcode, and then you'll be placed into a waiting room until one of the hosts can let you in. All right, so just a few things. When you are joining a meeting, you will have the opportunity to join via video so that we can see your glorious face. Otherwise, it's just going to show a black screen with your name as you identified yourself. And newer model cameras can insert background pictures. So when you see other people are in space or they're little ants in the land of large ferns, that is how they did that. It's usually newer models, and that can be found in the settings prior to joining your meeting. Also in video settings prior to joining the meeting, you can touch up your appearance if you would like. Just kind of smooths those lines out for you a little bit. Not saying we have lines. All right, so you will also be asked if you want to call using internet audio or dial-in. I don't know the specific reasons for these, or there could be multiples. Perhaps it's the connection speed of your internet and the fact that it's just not going to transmit audio and video as cleanly as if you were to pick up your landline and talk over the landline and have your, be able to watch everybody. Or if you have a limited amount of data for your internet, you may want to pick up a landline or use your cell phone minutes, however that works with you. And then just to let you know, if you see the icon with the headphone set that says join audio, that device that you're on, we cannot hear you and you might not be able to hear us. But you can pick up, join the audio by selecting the internet audio or by calling in with the telephone. And when you click on dial in, it will give you more information on where to call, so that you can join us audibly and visually. All right, universal audio and video controls. PCs and tablets, you're going to see a microphone and a video camera, usually in your lower left-hand corner, with little carrots next to them. Cell phones will not have the carrot next to them. These buttons allow you to mute and unmute yourself. Just click or tap once and the red line will appear or disappear depending on what you did. And then if you want to turn your video off, you can also tap the video. But those carrots, let's talk about what those carrots do. So if you click the carrot next to the microphone, you can actually change which microphone you're using if you have multiple microphones. Perhaps you have an external one plugged in rather than just using your camera, your computer microphone. Same with speakers. Right now you can see that I have speakers, high definition audio device, and Sony TV. So I have my computer hooked up to my Sony smart television so that I can have 2 screens or a larger screen, or same as system. And then you can also do tests to see which one works best for you. If you're realizing that your internet's too slow and you need to switch your phone audio from the internet audio to dial-in, you can go ahead and switch to the phone audio and it'll prompt you for the information. And if you need to just sign out of the audio and keep the visual up, there's that. Also, if you click audio settings, you'll get more options, including changing your volume of your speakers, which if they're kind of low right now, check in, but you have everything already up to the highest volume, check this location, you might be able to increase your volume a little bit. All right, and then the video options, if you're clicking the little caret next to video, if you have a front and rear camera, such as on your iPhone or your, well, your iPhone has its own icon, but on a laptop, then you can switch those cameras. You can also do a webcam splitter, so you can show both of them at the same time. And this is where you can also choose that virtual background if your camera has those settings. And then capabilities, excuse me. And then clicking video settings will allow you to touch up your appearance, and change a few other things, how you view as well. As part of tablet and PC, you have the option of just viewing who is speaking or viewing everybody by view of Brady Bunch style. So the options are here. You switch between speaker view and what's called gallery view, gallery seeing the whole gallery. Your Windows device also has the option to exit full screen and go into multiple windows and pop-outs, where your tablet, at least for the iPhone, provides pop-up windows. So that is where if you're only seeing one person and it switches back and forth as to who's speaking, you're in speaker view. If you're in gallery view, you can tell who is speaking by the yellow highlight that encircles their image or their video that's at that home, and you can see where the sound is coming from. All right, so more control options. These are viewable. This is what I view from my tablet and my PC. You also have a few of these with your smartphone. Security might just be host only, so you can ignore that one. Participants shows you how many are in attendance, and if you tap on it, it will show you who is in attendance, and we'll get to that in a minute. And then you can also chat via instant messenger within the program back and forth with everyone if you want to post information for everyone, or if you just want to speak to one person separately, you can do that through the chat option. You can share your screen and opt to share your screen. You'll offer to share it and then the host will allow it. The record button is for host only. And then with the reactions, you can thumbs up. You can press the thumbs up saying you agree or good job. And then you also have the an applaud icon or emoji that allows you to provide praise and to give kudos and thanks for people who are presenting. Your iPhone or your smartphone might look a little bit more like this. You've got your camera swap back and forth between your front and your back camera. You will see your image in the upper right-hand corner. And then most of your screen will be taken up on the video of who is speaking. Because your camera, your phone is so small, you are not able to see everybody at the same time, but just the speaker of who is speaking. And I believe if you click on the participants area, you can actually select to see the other people. But if they're not speaking, you might not, it might bounce back. Click. All right, so these are the controls you see at the bottom of your smartphone. They look similar, but not quite. So your microphone will be mute or unmute, and you just tap it once for it to be the opposite of what it was. Your share content is to share your screen, or you can share files. And then you can see the participants who are on. And if you tap the more, if you ever see an ellipses in technology, that it usually means that there's more behind that. And that's just the universal signal for more. So then if we tap to the more, you have that option of giving applause or thumbs up. It shows up in the chat. You can click on the chat and select people to chat with. You have some meeting settings and a virtual background option. You can raise your hand to speak. If the moderator is there, you can raise your hand, and when they ask for questions or go in, you can actually raise your hand. There's your option to disconnect the audio and go in a different way, and then cancel closes that window. In the participants option, and this is for all viewers, the display will show you usually at the very top, and it's notated with parentheses, me. And then it'll also show you who is designated the host, and that could bounce around depending on who is doing what. And then it'll show you all of the other participants and how they're connected. So you'll see the red camera, gray camera, green microphone, gray microphone. So who's got direct camera sound? If they're calling from a phone, they will actually have a telephone icon next to them. All right, and then in the chat section, this allows you, just like instant messenger, just like text messaging with your phone, you can chat back and forth instantly with people in attendance. So you'll click on that little caret, you'll see who's there. You can either message everyone in the meeting, or you can message specific people. At the time of my screenshot, I only had my iPad there. And you can do that privately. The big white space that's here, it's actually going to show you your text history with other people, and it will show you when it's private and when it's everyone. Notice I'm not going to talk about the file or the ellipses options here, and that's where I encourage you to do some exploration and find out for yourself. So again, explore and discover, learn, make mistakes, learn from those mistakes. Even with a free account, you can start a meeting and explore a little bit. You have, I think it's just under an hour. I don't know how much time you're provided before you have to pay or whatnot, but you have an hour to host a meeting that allows you to kind of learn and explore. I'm more than happy to set up a computer tutorial with you for Zoom so that you can explore here, ask any questions, or any other type of computer questions. We can troubleshoot some stuff over the phone or over Zoom so that I can look at it. If you need help with Word or Excel or PowerPoint, I'm pretty fluent with those. We can get some technology. And again, you can't break anything unless you pick it up and throw it. And that's where you just take a deep breath and let it go. All right, I love you all very much. I love you all very much. And I hope you're staying safe and sane, and that we will get together soon, and I will get to get hugs and everything else that we're not able to get right now that we need. But the great thing is that we are getting at minimum each other, and we get to see each other, and just have faith, perseverance, a little bit of troubleshooting, problem solving, and a whole lot of love.